meditate on this. The subconscious mind is like a black hole. It's a vacuum. It pulls in everything that crosses its path. The portals or gateways to the subconscious mind exist on the human body, in the human body. Some of them are called ears, some of them are called eyes. And you receive certain signals and things and messages, etc., through these senses, through these tools for senses, sight, hearing, etc. But no matter what you do, no matter what you put in front of your ears, no matter what you put in front of your eyes, just understand that the subconscious mind is going to receive that and it's going to be embedded within you in perpetuity. It's going to be with you forever. And the people in power know this. The ruling class know this, and they do a damn good job of putting things in there that are not going to lead to quality of thought. It's important that you take control of this and try to embed things with high quality of thought into your subconscious mind, so that when they come back to the surface, when they come back, they pop out on the other side, they're fruitful. They're things that are good for you, things that lead to quality of thought. So try to embed good things in your subconscious mind. Now that we know we have to program the subconscious mind, do that consciously, the next question becomes, with what? I believe we need to start with music. Music is very natural. Everybody loves music. They're even treating dementia with music, because music can take you to the past, bring you to memories, the vibe. Everything is just seems to come into focus clearly. It's easily visualized when you put music and have a soundtrack to your life. And so what type of music do we listen to? You know, it's part of our daily ritual. It's part of our daily dealings in programming the subconscious mind. The type of music we listen to is very important. And think about quality of thought. Is your music going to nurture the idea of quality of thought? Or is it ratchet? Is it supremely ghetto? Is it trash? Or is it breathing life into you? Right? It's the difference between listening to, something that's promoting death as to something that's promoting life. Looking at some of the neurological effects that happen when you listen to certain types of music, nourishing the brain with that type of music. The TV shows you watch, the movies you watch. What type of shows do you watch, and how are you inspired by them? What are the images that are being implanted in your subconscious mind from the movies and TV and the media that you watch, from the things you watch on YouTube, etc., etc.? If you look at one of those controversial stories about TikTok, I said that Chinese people, or the Chinese Communist Party, whatever, has a different algorithm than the one for the Western nations. The one in the Western nations, the kids are watching videos that go viral, doing pranks and all types of silly stuff. And China's algorithm is showing kids completing puzzles and doing math. These are the things they're promoting because they understand the programming of the subconscious mind is very important for the future of your people and where they're going. So with that same concept in mind, what type of media are you always being influenced by? What type of media do you constantly force yourself to be influenced by? What if we saw images of love all the time instead of images of destruction, war, etc., etc.?
What type of media is Hotep Jesus influenced by?
I like the old stuff. I like the classics. Mostly written work, literature. That's the type of stuff I listen to. I listen to a lot of lectures. One of my favorite lecturers is John Henrik Clarke, Dr. Kaba Kamene. Those are like two of my faves. I like listening to scholarly work, scholarly teachers. I go to bed to to chess videos, but I also need some gangster in my life. You know, I'm not perfect, but I need some, you know, I need some cartel gang member, you know, type programming. This is, you know, that's the stuff I happen to like. You know, I like violent movies. I like heists. I like heist movies, like The Italian Job and Ocean's 11 and, you know, those types of things. I like...
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How I'm supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there, you understand?
You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
How does my voice sound? How does my voice sound? I think they hit me with the coronavirus gun. Anyway, when you're an entrepreneur, there are no days off. The Grift Report starts now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are, some kind of Hotep Jesus?
Ooh,
and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Hotep to the Hoteps.
Hotep.
What up, Hoteps? What up, man? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, Heather. Heather, was that you that copped the Master Focus subscription? Let me know. Because anybody who comes to HotepCon gets the family discount. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. Lizette said you still sound sexy as fuck. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Shout out to Lizette. Onions and honey. Listen, man. Said, Unc gave me the recipe. He made it, but he said, you need some milk. Listen, nigga. We gonna get through this show today. We're gonna get through this show today. Please believe it. I don't know how, but I can't explain half the shit I do. I just can't explain it. So we're going to do it like this. All my getting money people, hit that link in the description box below. Go to menoforder.com. Hit the earn button. Hit the earn button in the menu. Sign up for our affiliate program. Make sure when you sign up, you stay on code. We're going to send you our code. Everybody going to have a certain criteria to stay within. We ask that you stay within this criteria so that we can operate at higher efficiency. We want to operate the highest efficiency with everybody pushing out the same message. Great things happen. So Just want to put that out there. If anybody looking to make some money, the affiliate program is now open. You see the macabre, right? See the Kaaba Square? Yeah. That's what we talking about today. Let's not wait up. Let's put this on the screen. Let us put this on the screen. Hold on. Right here. Let's listen. You know, people talk about Gavin Newsom. I think this is the person that they might run next year. I think they might run Kamala. They've been showing her a lot more recently. It seems like all of a sudden they've been passing her the mic. They did the same thing earlier this week when she was at the artificial intelligence regulation hearing.
Our nation was founded on the fundamental principle that all people should have the freedom to live, to worship, and to be without fear of violence or persecution. Every person has the right to live safe from.
Let's just skip to the back end. Pause. Hate to do Kamala like that.
Uptick in anti-Palestinian, anti-Arab, anti-Semitic, and Islamophobic incidents across America, including the brutal attack of a Palestinian-American woman who was Muslim and the killing of her 6-year-old son.
They killing her ass in the comments. They killing her in the comments. They killing her. Our expectations for you were low, but holy fuck. Anti-Semitism is on the rise. Like it's the 1930s, says Jason Buttrell. Jews being attacked in universities and major U.S. cities. And this is your move? This shit is dangerous. In the eyes of Jew haters, you are legitimizing what they are doing. Damn. But she did say anti-Semitism.
America in those for years forward in our fight against hate. For years, Muslims in America and those perceived to be Muslim have endured a disproportionate number of hate-fueled attacks. As a result of the Hamas terrorist attack in Israel and the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, we have seen an uptick in anti-Palestinian, anti-Arab, anti-Semitic, and
see, she just said it. Anti-Semitic. She got you covered. What happened?
Uptick in anti-Palestinian, anti-Arab, anti-Semitic, and Islamophobic incidents across America, including the brutal attack of a Palestinian-American woman who was Muslim and the killing of her 6-year-old son. A senseless act of violence that the Department of Justice is investigating as a hate crime. For so many people in our nation, the past few days and weeks have brought about all too familiar fears. Fears that they will be targeted, profiled, or attacked simply because of who they are, how they worship, or how they look. And so today, I am proud to announce the Biden-Harris administration will develop our nation's first national strategy to counter Islamophobia. This strategy will be a comprehensive and detailed plan to protect Muslims and those perceived to be Muslim from hate, bigotry, and violence, and to address the concern that some government policies may discriminate.
So basically what she's saying is Palestine is the new BLM.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com. Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Hotep's been told you.
Against Muslims. For example, the so-called Muslim ban, which President Biden revoked on our first day in office. So here's the bottom line. In America, no one should be made to fight hate alone. And in this moment, then, let us all clearly say, a harm against any one of us is a harm against all of us.
Vice President Kamala Harris. Muslim. So what she say? Muslim Emmanuel? Who's the real underdog? I don't know. It sure as hell ain't the Arab world. Sure as hell ain't the Arab world. I mean, you know, the thing is, when you're Hotep, you naturally have this aversion to Arabs, just historically. If you're part of the Pan-African movement, you're looking at Arabs like, nigga, you was our enemy before the white man was our enemy.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You know, it's like, you know, we got passed on to a new master. You know what I mean? But that's a good map right there. This map right here, that whole area right there was all African, and the Arabs took all of this, took all of North Africa, and they slowly, also East Africa, definitely East Africa. They took over all of this. Yeah. Now, is Israel a giant in other ways? Absolutely they are. Absolutely they are. Is the Patriot Act 2.0? You know, it's going to be more stringent regulation over speech, over actions, over people, over content. It creates money. It creates a budget. You know, money gets printed. This program needs a budget, so it's gonna get a money print. It's gonna get some minted notes. You can expect that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Palestine is the new BLM. They're flipping the switch. They are done with Negroes. They are done with Negroes. Also, we've been trying to track down when they're going to pull the new flag, because now they're saying tensions are high. Hold on. What was the report on that, y'all? Where they said we need to look out for terrorist attacks. Who dropped that report? Could have sworn it was somebody from the White House dropped a warning. No, not this guy. But they dropped a warning. Who was it that dropped the warning, y'all? In the White House, the warning. In the White House. There was a White House warning. Chat, who was it? Got a bone to pick with him, cuz. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can't remember. This was a couple of days ago, or maybe, but they said, is this it? Here it go. Here it go. Right here. Look at this. Top White House advisor issues warning on wider war. The United States sees an elevated risk of a wider war brewing. They might not be talking about what I'm talking about, but they basically said Americans got to be careful because something could have happened. Who gave that warning? Do y'all remember? Chat, help me out. Chris Ray? Was it Chris Ray? Oh, okay. FBI, word. It was the FBI, right. Thank you. Here we go. Here we go. This the shit we've been. Thank you. Thank you, fellas. I knew the chat would know. Shout out to Rudy. Let's pull this up. I didn't want to go nowhere until we found this. This is important. Watch this.
But as I said a few moments ago, on top of the homegrown violent extremist and domestic violent extremist threat, we also cannot and do not discount the possibility that Hamas or another foreign terrorist organization may exploit the current conflict to conduct attacks here on our own soil.
You see what I'm saying? I don't even got to play the rest of that shit. I don't got to play the rest of that. I don't want to hear nothing else he got to say.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Yeah, that fucking drop is amazing. Legendary.
Hotep Jesus?
Legendary. We just gotta collect them like Infinity Stones. I got Tariq Nasheed in here somewhere. We have moved his off the sound base though. Yeah, he said that the Alex Jones drop is legendary. So Christopher Wray of the FBI says we need to watch out for an attack on our own soil. What this sound like? Don't it sound like Hotep's been told you 2 episodes ago? Where I was trying to triangulate. So I've been doing some triangulating. And pretty much what I came up with is this is the first clue. This is the first clue. The winner of the World Series is our first clue. What does this mean? Who are the players? Who's the coach? Who's the owner? It's time to start triangulating. Does this mean Texas is a target? Is it going to pop off in Texas? Is that where this event might happen? So this is our first clue, our first warning right there. I don't know. Right there. Texas. Speaking of the Texas, I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all a do not do. Look at this. Let's pull this up. And this is no disrespect to the people involved here. I forgot to play my disclaimer. But this is no disrespect to the people involved here. So dad is crying because the Rangers won. Dad is crying because the Rangers won. This is what y'all be doing? This is what y'all be doing? Yo, no diss to Pops, but Pops got man boobs. That's a violation right there. See what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. When men be getting all emotional about their sports, this is what they develop. They develop man boobs. They get real effeminate. He's crying over the fucking game. The owner ain't crying. Owner fucking laughing to the bank. Ugh. The lenders and investors laughing to the bank. This fool over here crying because they ain't never seen the Rangers win before. His whole life is dependent. Remember I told y'all about people when you say favorite sports team in the bio? This is what they become. This is what they become. Sad. I feel bad for him. Let's read the caption. Caption says, my dad, a lifelong Rangers fan, breaking down watching his team win their first World Series. When my mom joked that he cried more than when I was born, he looked at me and said, I've known you for 23 years. I've known the Rangers all my life. I feel bad for you, Cole. We're going to send flowers to Cole. You know what I'm saying? We want better for his family. We want better for his pops. Yeah. Yeah, the World Series. He said his parlay probably went bonkers. Oh, see.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Yeah. Yeah. He probably won some money. You right. It had to be more to this story. He said that's the white man's sport. They gonna cry. That is the white man's sport. You ever seen the conspiracy theory about baseball and Freemasonry? So we talked about what the first clue was, right? So the first clue is the Texas Rangers. I'm gonna show you how the second clue. Here we go. I just want to make sure you see it on your screen good when I do bring it up. So I just take a little bit of extra time in between. Let's pull this up. This is some real Hotep shit right here. Baseball. Baseball is an occult Masonic ritual where even most of the players aren't even aware of their actual role in the ritual itself, nor does the unaware audience of the masses watching the game ritual from home or at the stadium. The field is all about Masonic geometry that is based on the principle of 6. That represents the ego. And the game is entirely based on the number 3. That represents the satanic trinity of Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. Now, I don't know if I could corroborate everything in this meme, but it's something very fishy going on here. It's something very fishy going on here. All right? All right? And you have to know this. So that's your second clue. That's just, or maybe your first clue. And the Rangers is the second clue. Now, it might not point to Texas. It might be pointing to something else. Right? So we're tracking the flag of the false kind. Let me go back. Here, the T might be, maybe it's Tehran, or what's another country or city or state that starts with T, you know? That's how you got to start thinking about it. Or maybe it's a mass shooting and the killer's name starts with the letter T, you know? So this is our second clue. Let's call this our second clue. Goldstein probably got 3-4 other clues he gonna call in with later. So Islamophobia, FBI Ray warning, right? These are all the warnings. Here's some clues. So, you know, like we said, during grifting season, get low.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You got to get low. You got to get low. You got to get low. All right. All right, let's talk big boy shit. Let's talk big boy shit. I should probably just go right down my timeline. Hold on, because I built the show right on the timeline today. So today we're going to be talking about how crypto made the dollar strong. Shout out to $B Jesus, Black Jesus. They got a Black Jesus coin. Shout out to the Black Jesus coin in though. He going up. I can agree with this. What people expect from paper money is the exact opposite when it comes to crypto. Yeah. So where should we start with this? Let's start with, no, I covered that the other day. Let's start with, watch this. Here, I'll bring it up. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. This shit is fucking weird. This shit is really fucking weird. Here it is. Watch this. I didn't even expect to pull this up on the screen, but we might as well. Instagram spotted developing a customizable AI friend. Look at this shit. So basically you can select the gender, age. You can even check, set their race, obviously. right? Choose their interest, DIY, animals, career, education, right? Select the avatar, go to a chat button, click start conversing with the AI buddy. Says how they market it as a friend to millions of users. Said the generative AI, Julia Stoyanovich, director of NYU's Center for Responsible AI, said AI can trick users into thinking they are interacting with a real person. One of the biggest, if not the biggest problems with the way we're using generative AI today is that we are fooled into thinking that we're interacting with another human, Stoyanovich said. We are fooled into thinking that the thing on the other end of the line is connecting with us, that it is empathy, that it has empathy. We open up to it and leave ourselves vulnerable to being manipulated, disappointed. This is one of the distinct dangers of the anthropomorphization of AI, as we call it. Anthropomorphization of AI. Like, I agree with all of this. I just hope she's not one of those people that's like, we have to regulate it. Because she probably is. She's probably like, this is why we need to regulate it. I'm like, no, this is well and good, but please don't regulate it. We can find, solutions for this ourselves. Whenever people interact with AI, they have to know that it's an AI they're interacting with, not another human. This is the most basic kind of transparency that we should demand. They're basically saying the person should know it's AI and it's not a person. UK court heard a case where a man claimed that an AI chatbot had encouraged him to attempt to kill the late Queen Elizabeth days before he broke into the grounds of the Windsor Castle. The widow of a Belgian man who died by suicide claimed that an AI chatbot had convinced him to kill himself. Here we go. Here we go. We had a debate. I debated Cyprian on this channel. You should go watch it. Basically, the way I ended off was AI is bad for you, but it's good for me. It's going to be bad for a lot of people. Snapchat has a chat bot. I don't even use Snapchat. Age gating features. I just think with the kids, it definitely needs to be a cartoon character. And even that shit might be taken a little bit too far. And they shouldn't be buddies. They should be assistants. You know what I'm saying? These things don't need to be buddies. I don't need you to be my friend. I need you to fucking do some work, you bitch. That's what I need from you, AI. You know what I'm saying? I need you to just do what I tell you to do and do it quickly. That's it. All right, let's go to the big boy stuff. So yesterday we talked about the British Empire holding their interest rates in place. So obviously America was going to do that. We covered that yesterday. Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry, my voice is just... AI taking away the imaginary friend. How you gonna take away my imaginary friend? That's some bullshit. Shout out to Strong Dad. Strong Dad just got here. So let's go into CBDC update in the day, and then we'll work our way back to the premise. Because I want to run through the other stuff that's here so you can see a couple of trends. Swiss National Bank WCBDC pilot coming next month. So, you know, everybody with your Swiss bank account, you know what I mean, it's going to be Swiss crypto account, okay? We're talking Swiss cryptos coming, all right? And they want to put it on DLT, distributed ledger technology, all right? You know, so it's going to have that chain, all right? Distributed ledger technology, decentralized chains. Really, really amazing technology. So yeah, Swiss is going CBDC. Let's look at another one. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe wants to put out a gold-backed CBDC. Right? They want to run it on existing systems and may explore blockchain later. So some people may look at this and they'll go, this is a great idea. And this is a trap.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I'm going to even show you the article and show you how the article talk about it. Just so you can see the contrast. What the hell? All right, let's take a look at it. So first of all, he calls this shit heterodox. Where is that? Here it is right here. He calls this shit heterodox to even try to fight inflation with a gold-backed currency, right? And everybody will say, oh, this is how it's supposed to be done. Well, not exactly. Do we have time? We have time. Let's go to my book and show you why. Or let's show you the path that Zimbabwe is headed on. This is ugly. This is ugly. About to have a stable coin backed by gold. It doesn't sound good to me. Hold on. I got to pull my book out. All right. So we are going to look for... Actually, it's right here. I could just click on it. Boom. All right, we're there. Let's pull the book up. You know, pull up my book. Patriot Report, Unmasking the Conspiracy of Money and War. Available on HotepJesus.com.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Let's see. Let's see if we can find it. All right, so this is, I'm just trying to figure out if I want to use my voice to read the example or if I can use another resource. Hold on. I think there's another resource in here we can use to make my point. All right. We're somewhere in that space now. Hold on. Yeah. This might be a good place to start. All right, let's do it. Let's do it there. All right, so right here. I said a grifter can see the opportunity for a grift oceans away.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You got to get my book, yo. It's the Patriot Report. It's available now. A grifter can see the opportunity for a grift oceans away. And many nations were ready for this IMF grift. For example, nations that were fighting for the largest possible quotas in the fund are fighting for the smallest possible subscriptions to the bank. Like the typical shark, the weaker nations wanted maximum exposure to lendable funds while holding none of the responsibility of lending to the other nations. Hazlitt continues. Under a free world economy, with private lenders risking their own funds and borrowers seeking to meet their requirements, loans would go to the countries and projects that offered the most attractive terms commensurate with the best prospect of repayment. This means, in general, that capital will go into the countries providing the soundest conditions into the projects, promising the greatest economic success. Under such conditions, there is the maximum development of world productivity in proportion to the capital invested. This is common sense, but it seems that underwriters have far gone common sense and replaced it with benevolence or ignorant socialism or deceit. All right, what does that mean? Basically, they created a fund. United States was basically backing this bitch. USD was backing this. This is all in the Bretton Woods Agreement, by the way. I forgot to say that. This is all in the Bretton Woods Agreement chapter. So it's all Bretton Woods Agreement. And they back. Now keep in mind, at the time, United States USD with gold. Okay, this is backed by gold. Trying to see if I can show you that. So right here, since all the currencies were to be tied to the dollar, it should be no surprise that the largest real lendable assets contributed to the fund was the U.S. to the tune of about 70% of the fund. The United States, as the chief contributor to the fund, would be the chief loser. I'm trying to find what page are we on? Okay, hold on. No. Oh, here we go. All right, so right here, you see too many, it says right here, too many in Congress were already convinced that the whole Bretton Woods agenda was a British trick to purloin American gold, and no one irked them more with posh perorations than Lord Keynes. This is Henry Maynard Keynes. Okay, it's Keynesian economics. Right. All right, so it says here, 1933, FDR outlawed the private possession of gold, right? This is where we had the debasement of gold, okay? Y'all all know that. So we go through all the different gold prices. All right, here we go. It says, it is devoutly to be hoped, therefore, that the moment our government does openly cease to keep the dollar convertible into gold at 35 an ounce, it will at least simultaneously repeal all prohibitions on the buying, selling, or holding of gold by its citizens. No, that's not it. No, I'm sorry. That's the debasement. Okay, here we go. Found it. Thank you. All right, here we go. Foreign nation began runs on the dollar for fear of devaluation. Basically, the market was alerted to a massive inflation. Germany left the Bretton Woods Agreement in May 1971, which dropped the dollar 7.5% against the Deutschmark. In July, Switzerland redeemed $50 million in gold. France followed with $191 million in gold. For an exclusive few, 1971 was a payday. By 1973, the Bretton Woods Agreement was no more, and the gold standard was finally dead. Right? So the gold standard can be abused. So now we got to go all the way back to the article. I'm sorry I had to do all of that just to make y'all understand what they doing in Africa. It's just Keynesian economics. So you see right there, they want to have their CBDC backed by gold, basically turn it into a stable coin. Then somebody's going to go in the background, finagle the machine. Next thing you know, Zimbabwe's got more tokens than gold. And then now Zimbabwe's entire gold is owed to some nation. This is what's about to happen.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
All right. So this is what happens when you play with things like the gold standard. Hold on, let me go back. So, like I said, the source on that, I am the source.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Go get my book at HotepJesus.com. Say you will not be able to trade the CBDC for physical gold and silver. Nah, you actually can. Nah, it's actually fully transferable. I'll show you. I'll show you right here, because they already moved to a gold standard. They're just doing it with crypto. All right, it says right here in June 2022, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe introduced a gold coin. It can be purchased from the bank, which can be purchased from the bank in domestic currency or a variety of offshore ones. The central bank guarantees that the holder can sell the coins. After a 180-day vesting period for the prevailing London Bullion Market Association spot price in dollars, or at a 20% markup on Zimbabwean dollars. So basically what they're saying is, we want to promote our shitcoin, the Zimbabwe dollar. Okay? We'll give you a 20% premium on the Zimbabwe shitcoin. Said it is likely to be the wealthiest in society that are able to access the gold coins, even in small denominations. So if the Zimbabwe dollar cheapens, this policy will exacerbate inequality. See it right there? They're correct. The gold coins are issued as a store of value, and since the central bank undertakes to redeem them in dollars, it says right there, since the central bank undertakes to redeem them in dollars, it effectively provides a peg to the U.S. dollar. It's right there. The orthodox economist's position would most likely be to recommend a simple dollar peg. But Zimbabwe struggles to keep enough dollars in its circulation and reserve for this to be viable. There's only one way for Zimbabwe to acquire more dollars: purchasing in the foreign exchange market. And then it says gold, by contrast, can be obtained domestically by increasing mining operations. However, the RBZ will have to maintain sufficient dollar reserves to fulfill its promise to buy back coins for dollars. See that? See that? Although it no doubt hopes that the 20% premium it offers those who wish to redeem their coins for Zimbabwean dollars will encourage people to accept local currency. While gold coins might be the basis and medium of exchange as well, obviously a troy ounce gold is not a practical unit for day-to-day purchases. The bank is releasing smaller denominations, but more importantly, it has released digital tokens, which represent ownership of gold coins held in the vault.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I'll highlight it for you. They've already moved the gold. Right there. Ownership of gold coins held in vault. It's right there. My voice. I lost my voice. The motherfucking Don Day. I lost my voice, bro. I lost my voice. I probably got somebody asked me about a fake account. It's probably a bunch of fake accounts on Instagram. Don't talk to none of the motherfuckers. I will never DM you. Trust me. So it says here the RBZ says that these tokens can be used for payments, with tokens available for purchase via banks, which will create dedicated e-gold wallets, and cards facilitate person-to-person or person-to-business payments, both online and offline. This is, in effect, a gold-backed digital currency. A gold-backed central bank digital currency. The economics of gold as a defense against inflation are somewhat heterodox, but not absurd. Introducing the CBDC is a complex business, however. So it says right here, the central bank issued Zimbabwe's gold token is more akin to a stablecoin. a token with the price pegged to a real asset. The robustness of that peg rests on the market's assessment of the token's convertibility into the underlying asset. The trust is based upon its convertibility to that real asset. That's literally what it represents. Hard physical gold. And it says right here, in this case, a gold coin. I read this article last night. I prepped for this show last night, dog. Like, I reviewed this morning. Like, I read these articles last night and I read them again today because I read them on my phone and I came back to read them again with my highlights because I had to do my highlights. So I prepped for the show twice. All right. Let's be clear. I'm very thorough when I do my research. All right. It says tokens representing gold ownership are nothing new. The stability of gold combined with the convenience of digital payments actually, we haven't got to read no more of this. Let's skip this and go to the big boy shit, man. I was going to talk about the big boy shit. So let's go here first. Let me make sure I covered everything. I want to make sure I covered everything here before we go to the bomb. Okay, right here, real quick. Visa, Hong Kong, wholesale CBDC pilot, right? That's finished. They concluded that. They tested property payments and settlement between collections agencies and merchants. So they doing real estate with the wholesale CBDC. And collections. How we gonna collect on our loans, right? So they're working on collection agencies and property payments, right? Real estate and making sure we getting our money back. That's what Visa working on in Hong Kong, all right? Now let's go to the big boy topic. It says right here, ECB accused of anti-competition intentions. Requires banks to offer ECB front-end services and severely limits service solution offers. Now, before we go to that, we got to go right here. We got to go right here. We got to go to my page. Hold on. It says right here, one of the main reasons for stablecoin regulation outside of direct competition is capital outflows. Basically, your money leaving and you're not seeing it again. Somebody done took your capital and converted that shit into a whole nother, atomically swapped it with a whole nother currency and it's gone. Now your country has no currency. And now you have something called deflation instead of inflation, which could be just as harmful. People are trading socialist currencies for USD-backed stablecoins. I'm going to show you that now. It says USD needs regulation because capital outflows will flow to cryptocurrency, UAE, and BRICS. At least that's what they'll say. They'll say the USD needs to regulate stablecoins to regulate, capital outflows. They can't let that money fly out the economy. So let's take a look at the real life example, because you had this brother right here who said USD is dead. And all I told him was, so many steps. Said according to MasterCard data, more than a third of Latin Americans have embraced stable coins for everyday purchases, far surpassing the global average of 11%. So, whereas Americans have their sitting on their hands with crypto, all right? Latin America needs this shit. Literally. I'm going to show you that right now. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show it to you, and I'm going to show you why. So, all right, here we go. So, look. They got inflation, 140% in Argentina, right? Right here. I'll highlight it on the screen again. According to MasterCard data, more than a third of Latin Americans have embraced stablecoins for everyday purchases, far surpassing the global average of 11%. Now, why would they do that? Well, it simply comes down to the benefits, and the benefits are right here. Transactions using stablecoins are typically faster and more efficient than traditional payment methods. Now, if there's one thing you know about Latin Americans is they're going to need to send money to somebody somewhere. We all know this. You got family in another country, you got to send grandma money. Grandma got an auntie in Guatemala. Guatemala got a cousin in Brazil, and you're sending money all over the place, right? And it says that it's faster and more efficient than traditional payment methods such as wire and bank transfers. Nobody wants to use a wire and bank transfer. You think that's what people are using today to send money? Must be out your mind. Which can take days or even weeks to reach the beneficiary. So this is cross-border payments. This really what we're talking about is cross-border payments. That's really what we're talking about here. Cross-border payments. This shit is peer-to-peer, bro. No matter where you are in the world, I can trade a stable coin with you in a matter of minutes. I don't need nobody's help, nobody's permission. We can exchange value right now. Then I can cash that bitch out for USD. It's called, you know what's funny is, I remember Jag said it, and I repeated Jag on his show because he was right. And he said, USDC is basically the stable coin. I mean, it's basically the CBDC, and he's right. It's definitely the CBDC. The CBDC is already here. Like, there is no, when's the CBDC coming? We got to cut that the fuck out. We really got to cut that the fuck out. And the news today made that more apparent than ever. So I'm even checking myself on that. Because it's already here. It's already here. So let's continue. Stablecoin transactions can be settled within minutes or even seconds, which benefits both companies and individuals looking to cut waiting times and reduce expensive transaction costs. You know how much that those places, those money wire places, charge you to send money? According to Binance, which expanded its presence in the Argentine market earlier this year, stablecoins are used primarily in Argentina as a store of value and a method of payment. Because it is a digital asset, it is possible to store virtually in a wallet that keeps the assets safe and accessible in case you want to keep them, transfer them, or convert them into other fiat currencies or cryptocurrencies when needed. It says a further advantage of stablecoins is transparency. A record of every transaction is kept on the blockchain, allowing both the buyer and the seller to track the progress of their transactions more easily. And that's true. That's true. If I say I'm about to send you a payment right now, you can, once I send that payment, you can sit there on your phone and you can watch that payment get processed. You can watch it. What does it say here? Track the progress of their transaction more easily, while traditional payment methods often require further steps and many more intermediaries. Exactly. Too many fucking middlemen and too many steps. Once I type in the amount I want to send you, I sent Syscoin to people. People here, your Syscoin's up too. Because when I sent it, it was at like 8. Now it's at 10. So, yeah, you're welcome. But there's no middleman, right? There's no middleman. And everybody was able to watch that, For example, I think they got something here. I'll show it to you. Hold on a second. Just everybody wants to know what it looks like. All right, so let's go here. Let's go right here. So right here, we got the Block Explorer. I could go right here and look at this transaction. It's right there. We can sit here and watch this transaction go through. Whoever this transaction is, we can watch it. It's right there. I don't need no permission. This is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. Let me see if I can find Syscoin. Wait, how do you find it? How do you search again? Oh, here we go. You bitches better have Syscoin. Oh, you niggas is some hoes. Syscoin has their own block explorer, actually. Syscoin has their own block explorer. There it is. Here we go. There's their block explorer. So if you transact in Syscoin, you just go to their block explorer and you can see it right there. It's probably on a bunch of block explorers too. Okay, that one wasn't Syscoins. This one's Syscoins. That one was another company. So here's Syscoins. Theirs looks obviously way better. But you can look at the we can take a look at this transaction right there. Right. So this is the world of crypto. People in Guatemala, this is how they send in transactions. This is how they're sending value. So now it takes us to the big boy conversation. All of that to set this up. All right. So it says right here, the battle for control over the digital euro wallet. So what's happening here? Well, they're fighting over who retains control over the wallet, specifically the wallet design. Again, CBDC, this is talking about purely in the Eurozone, bank accounts, tokenized securities, funds, and mortgages. All right. So right here it says the digital euro's business model may not prove lucrative to banks. And we talked about commercial banks getting eliminated. We're finally starting to get some glimpses of information because I've been looking for it and I haven't been able to find it. Merchant fees are capped, so they're capping the banks and they're saying you cannot do anything above this fee. So you can't even do anything independently because once it's on the block on their blockchain or whatever their technology is, they're gonna put the limit inside the fucking contracts. Or inside the ledger tech. Again, now the banks have to spend more money on compliance and technology because they got to get up to speed. So legal got to do a whole bunch of work. Tech got to do a whole bunch of work. Unexpected expenses. Then they said there's a draft. A digital euro legislation that requires them to provide free services. So the central bank is telling the government to tell the banks, yo, your services got to be free on this. It says not to mention that some of their deposits will migrate to the CBDC. So not only the banks are going to incur all these other costs, their business is going to be hurting because they can compete with the CBDC. So it says there's only two routes for banks to turn it around economically. One is to provide wallets, and the other is to offer added value services. So they got to use their imagination, taking advantage of programmability and atomic settlements, right? It says here, the digital wallet issue. Is there anything I should expand upon here? No, we're going to get to it. The others note that the draft laws for the digital euro require that app developed and be provided by the ECB should serve as the dominant front end. So if you do any transaction in the CBDC, it's got to be their design. The bank has to use their design, their coin, their design. So you can't design your own app. Klein and Bechtel continue. The ECB plans to provide a clearly defined range of functions for front ends. which will limit the ability of payment service providers and banks to develop their own solutions. It's right there. It says unfair competition. This is where we get to anti-competition. They're practically breaking anti-competition laws. It says additionally, they politely raise the point that it is usually not part of the role of a central bank to compete with the private sector for innovation payment solutions for end customers. Bruh. What up, Jeff? Jeff in the house. Jeff Curtis. Jeff said Bitcoin is sitting 60K by New Year's. You better believe it. So you can't compete. You can't compete. How are you supposed to compete? It says it's polite because it doesn't mention the conflict of interest that all central banks have with retail CBDCs. They act as both. Here it is. Here's the bomb right here. They act as both the regulator of banks and their competitor. They act as both the regulator of the banks and their competitor. It's a hostile takeover. I thought it was going to be polite and just, no, they're like, this is a hostile takeover. That's what this is. This is a hostile takeover. They're like blatantly just like, fuck the banks. In the European Union. That's what they're saying. Y'all been eating long enough now. It's a consolidation coming. It's a huge consolidation coming. If you're in banking, you better move to CBDC quick. If you're in banking, you better move to CBDC quick. Stablecoins, you better move into that division if you want to keep your job. They talking about AI gonna take jobs, nigga. Stablecoins gonna take jobs. You serious? You know how many businesses end because of stablecoins? Payment service providers. But that's what the ECB is doing. That's what the European Central Bank is doing. So, to summarize all of what I just said, let's bring it right back, and I'm going to take phone calls. If you want to get on the phone lines, call text 202-596-5631, 202-596-5631. Hold on. So, in conclusion, why you need to be paying attention. And if you're not in our crypto group, get in our crypto group. We got the crypto group. Shout out to Syscoin.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Shout out to Syscoin. Go to our crypto group. Link in the description box below. It's going to say access to airdrop group. Super DAP. Super DAP coming soon. Anyway. So, you'll have countries like Zimbabwe lose their soul, their gold. They're going to lose their gold to a USD-backed stablecoin. People say that the dollar is done. I'm looking in the real world, and the real world says, yeah, not so soon. Not so fast. The dollar is really strong. Excuse me. Everybody's trading. It's a trading pair. Even the crypto industry treats the dollar like a trading pair. Okay, so Zimbabwe loses their soul to a USD stablecoin. Meanwhile, in the European Union, they just exposed the fact that it's fuck the banks. That's pretty much what I'm saying here. That's what they said. Fuck them banks. It's get down and lay down. You're going to do as I say. You cannot design your own app. No, stop it. We're going to design the app. We're going to control your fees. And they're like, yeah, how are we even supposed to make money? RIP to the bank. Big bank, eat little bank.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
It's just a fact of the matter. It's the fact of the matter. Jeff said the dollar ain't going nowhere. The dollar ain't going nowhere, yo. All them, they keep telling y'all about a weak dollar, a weak dollar. In reality, Solana got you wrecked. Oh, man. You didn't take profits? Did you not take profits? Let's go to the phone lines. 202-596-5631. 202-596-5631. Let me close that up.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in.
How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand?
You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
Goldstein calling. Let's talk to Goldstein first. Let's talk to Goldstein. Let me fix my screens.
Call from Murphy's Law Rest.
Goldstein, what up, man?
They gave your ass the itis, nigga.
You see how they got me?
Got you.
Right after the Royce interview.
Man, I'm telling you, bro.
They trying to silence the God.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nah, but hey, baseball ain't been the white man's sport since the 80s.
Whose sport is it? The Cubans?
Yeah, man. Latin America got that shit on lock.
That is true. That is true.
They ain't playing.
That is true.
All right, so the Texas Rangers beat my boys. Yeah, I mean,
who did they beat?
Diamondbacks.
Oh, that's who they played?
Yeah, Arizona Diamondbacks, man.
Oh shit. Well, win some.
But yeah, it's all good. Whatever. Fuck them. Diamondbacks choke. It was a gentleman's sweep. I got to give them that. Diamondbacks choke. Maybe next year.
Mm.
However, interesting fucking developments on the get low front while observing that whole shit.
Okay.
So, the Texas Rangers, they used to be known as the Washington Senators prior to becoming the Rangers. Yeah, they used to be known as the Senators. You know who else used to be known as a senator before moving to Arlington?
Who?
RFK. Yeah. Yeah, he was assassinated and buried in Arlington National Cemetery, and the Rangers play in Arlington, but in Texas, not in Virginia. You know why RFK was assassinated? Man, you know why RFK was assassinated?
Nah, why?
His support for Israel.
Really?
Yeah, by Sirhan Sirhan. Yeah, that's odd. And do you know where the Washington Senators played before they played in the now Globe Life Field in Arlington?
Mm-mm.
While they were the Senators, they played in RFK Memorial Stadium.
What? Oh, see. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So RFK got to get low.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rangers were formerly owned by the Bushes.
Oh, God. Oh,
We
Lord.
we all know what role the Bushes played in that whole JFK, RFK thing.
Oh, my God. Damn.
Yeah, and ironically enough, a lot of people will say JFK was assassinated because of his opposition to globalism. And again, as of 2020, the Texas Rangers play in Globe Life Field. So, yeah, there's some fucking connections to be made there.
Globe Life Field.
Yes.
Oh, so it's a globalist plot to take out RFK.
Not for the sake of taking out RFK, though, for the sake of pinning this shit on some more Arabs, just like with Sirhan.
Correct. This all shit going all intertwined. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that as one of the pins on the board. Yeah. We got to pin that. We got to pin. So we got the Rangers pin the RFK, pin the what now?
Pin it on the Arabs.
The Arabs, right. The Arabs, yes. Hamas killed JFK Jr. by accident, trying to target some other motherfuckers.
Remember when Biden sent that $6 billion to Iran, and Iran shortly after that reiterated their motherfucking desire to come over here and fuck off some U.S. officials. You know, Trump being at the top of that list, mind you, because of what they did to Soleimani. But yeah,
Suleiman.
Who?
You said Suleiman.
Yes. You know, so there's a lot there. There's a lot to unpack there. That was just a precursory. I didn't really get into the numbers, you know, all the years and all that other shit, but I'm pretty sure the further you dig in that direction, the more you're going to be like, well, goddamn. So if you're RFK Jr., you're listening to the show, stay down, stay low, ride this out.
Yeah, he got to get low.
Yeah. Remember how he announced he was going to be an independent on the 9th of October? 2 days after the whole event with Israel? Now all of a sudden he's an independent. He's no longer running as a motherfucking Democrat. And remember the uproar that they had about whose votes he's going to be taking away as an independent?
Wait, hold on. Here you go. I got it on the screen right now. Hold on. I'm about to pull that right now. Hold on. I just found it. I was over here looking for it. I finally found it. Sirhan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this the motherfucker that popped him. It says right here, Palestinian Jordanian.
Weird. Weird.
Shot Kennedy, the senator, in L.A. Ambassador Hotel. Kennedy died the next day at Good Samaritan Hospital. Sirhan was born to an Arab Christian family in Jerusalem. What the fuck? Arab Christian Jerusalem. He gotta be a Fed.
Yeah, dude was an op for sure. That dude was an op for sure. There wasn't nothing genuine about his spiel.
This nigga glowing like a motherfucker. This nigga is a double agent for Hamas and Mossad.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting motherfucking year, bro.
It says right here, some scholars believe that the assassination was the first major incident of political violence in the U.S. stemming from the Palestinian-Israeli conflict in the Middle East. Sirhan.
If that was the first, well, I can easily see something being the next as it pertains to a Kennedy who just so happens to be running for president and whom we've already had on knockoff watch for some time now, being on. So.
Wait, say that again?
Yeah, me and been watching that fool for a minute. He's been on knockoff watch.
Oh, word?
Yeah, we've been watching that fool like, yo, see if the motherfucking CIA can go 4 for 4.
Listen, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen now.
Yeah.
So
on that note, happy Hotep Thursday. You doing the show tonight with the voice fucked up?
Yup.
All right. Hell yeah, I look forward to it.
Yes, sir. All right, see you tonight, bro. Hotep and Bill.
All right, man. Hotep and Bill.
I'm going to try to fix my voice before the night. Jules, call in, yo. Let me talk to Jules. Jules, call in. Let me text him. But think about the information I put out today. Oh my God. Then Goldstein comes with the Sirhan. I don't know what's about to happen, man. So far, it looks like it's nowhere near me.
Call from
Rue Scheffner.
Jules.
Hotep,
brother. What's good, bro?
Man, checking on you, man.
Listen, man. I'm losing my voice, but I'm going to be all right.
The spirit's still in you, though.
It's got to be. I had to show
Dog, you've been dropping so much fire, man. And I just hate that I haven't been able to catch too many of the lives, but I've been doing my notes, due diligence, staying on top of all this information you're compiling. Hotep's really been told you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You were just talking earlier about the CBDC again, and you were saying that they are going to make it to where they controlling the ability to have the app in the sense to where you can't go outside of their deviation. So is that going back to where are they trying to eradicate the Bill of Exchange Act, or to where, you know, we can create our own checks and use all different forms of legal tender versus it's going to be on one system?
Hold on, let me see. I got to type in the Bill of Exchange Act.
Look at figures and words.
Let me see. I gotta jog my memory. So this is where they said you had to use you had to use that currency, right? Definition of Bill of Exchange. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
This is definitely a continuation of that. This is like a futuristic version of this. So let me bring this on the screen so everybody can see what I'm looking at. My bad. Yeah, right here. So it says Bill of Exchange Act 1882, UK Parliament concerned bills of exchange. Bills of exchange are widely used to finance trade and when discounted with a financial institution to obtain credit. The formal legal definition of a bill of exchange is as follows: an unconditional order in writing addressed by one person to another, signed by the person giving it, requiring the person to whom it is addressed to pay on demand or at the fixed or determined future time and sum certain in money to the order or to the bearer. Yeah.
So within looking at all these UCC codes, these Uniform Commercial Codes, I'm looking at how they want you to always do e-signature stuff now.
Yeah.
And it was a contract that I got with one of these floor plans I do with these cars. It had bond e-value. Have you ever heard of that?
Bond e-value?
Yeah, so Singapore. I gotta go back to my notes. Yeah, bond e-value is like a hyperledger with sawtooth.
Hold on. I don't see that here. Oh, here we go. Okay, I see it here.
It's some different type of blockchain technology, like a bond exchange based technology that they're trying to run through Singapore. Now I know your brain. I'm just trying to wrap my head around all this because I'm trying to offset credits to using commercial paper and commercial codes all the time. And I don't know if this is that basically saying that I'm not going to be able to finesse the game as a banker like we're all entitled to be. Like you say, it's over for the banks.
No, there's always going to be a hustle. It's always going to be a loophole and a hustle. In fact, I think with this emerging technology, it's going to be more. Because the more regulation they create, the more the black market grows. Because you gotta, get over the new shit plus the old shit you already been doing. But so to answer your question, basically what's happening is, basically what they're saying is there will be an app to handle transactions, right? So if I wanted to send you money, we will be using an app, right?
Yeah.
So what they saying is you have to use the design that the central bank says. So it's a mandate on the front end. Basically, how you look at the app, that's what you're supposed to see. And they're not allowed to do any transactions outside of that. So if the government's design is whack, you can't even do anything about that. You can't even say, look, I could build my own, da-da-da-da. And then it also has like this compete clause. I think I forgot to mention this. It's basically like this anti-compete clause where it says in the legal, it says right here in the legal, look, I'm going to show you what the legal say right here. It says front-end services developed by payment service providers and front-end services developed by the European Central Bank, right? But they're basically saying you must show people when it comes to services, you must provide them with the central bank as an option. Payment service providers distributed in the digital euro shall provide digital euro users with the choice of using the following digital front-end services to allow digital euro users to access and use digital euro payment services. So you can show them your services, but you have to show them the central bank services. So it's like, what if I don't want to show them y'all shit? What if I just want to show them my shit? So now we got to automatically compete, and you're governing us through legislation.
You always make some sense, man. The AI Bill of Exchange Acts too had me really looking at to where a lot of this information, it's even beyond like with the ChatGPT. I look at it, this is your first AI was like Google searching and stuff, like Ask Jeeves. So within the whole, I wouldn't have passed college without. I didn't never have to go to the library. I can just search, because imagine going to the library to find what you just found. How long would you really be in there searching for that versus the spontaneousness of it?
Yeah.
And so there's going to be a lot of information that's going to be hidden from people if they don't get on board with Hotep at this point.
Yes.
Because that's a part of it.
They're going to be late.
Where you're not going to even have an idea of what you've been saying, because it's not going to be searchable.
Right.
So it's just, I applaud you, man, for doing what you do, how you do it. Even on the sick day, you giving us flu game.
Got to.
So it's salute, bro. Salute.
I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, you
Appreciate
already
you.
know how much I appreciate you, bro. Like, I thank you for helping me have a little bit more clarification on what I was studying. Continue, to stay up, bro. Get you some cayenne pepper and put some ginger in your tea or something, man.
All
Help
right.
break that up.
Say less.
But, man, one love, bro.
All right, one love. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. That's the homie Jules. Jules always take good care of me. But yeah, I was looking at the news this morning. I was looking at what everybody was talking about. Nobody wasn't talking about nothing. Every time I check the timeline, nobody talking about nothing. So I just be talking my shit. Flu game HJ, you know what I'm saying? Cayenne to go? I'm about to put some cayenne pepper in some tea or something. Well, I just put it on my tongue. How should I take this stuff? Pause. Pause. Heavy pause. Who's next? Shaq Toshi. Shaq Toshi calling. I'm gonna text you. There you go. Text has been sent. Jazz said Grift Report only place where someone talks about something. It doesn't seem like that. Doesn't seem like that. Sure as hell seem like that. Even though I'm sick, I want to play chess. Even though I'm sick, I want to play chess. I was doing this puzzle before I got on here. That puzzle busting my ass. That puzzle is busting my ass. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Call from
Shaq Toshi.
Shaq Toshi, what up, bro?
What's going on, G?
What's good, y'all?
Hey, man. Digging a lot today. I love when you go in on the central bank digital currency issues, man, because that's where I feel like everybody's heart need to be. Fuck all that Israel, Palestine bullshit. I don't care who's going to be president. At the end of the day, it's all about the money.
Big facts. Big facts.
But I guess I got some rebuttals to make when it comes towards the U.S. dollar dying.
Okay.
I don't necessarily believe that it's dying, hence the Shaq Toshi situation with my name. But I just believe the dominance over time becomes less and less. And although these Latin American countries will definitely need it more, even these the African nations will definitely need it more, and some Eastern European nations will still be using it. But relatively to the American and how much power it has will be differentiated in purchasing power. And that's why I really think we'll become more affected by it. And maybe even seeing, how should I say, more and more Americans with some type of funds or status moving towards those countries where it is cheaper.
Moving to those countries where it's cheaper. Well, the thing is, everybody's got a shitcoin, you know?
Yeah, everybody has a shitcoin for sure. I mean, the dollar is just the prettiest shit in the toilet bowl, but it's still shit.
Yeah, correct. That's exactly it. It's just, whose shit would you rather have, right? And it's like, if you live in one of these third world countries, they'd rather have the dollar, right? Which is the only thing, or one of the only things holding this shit the fuck up.
For now, I would say for now, I choose to think more in like a decade to half a century time frame when we're looking at especially like Latin American countries where, I mean, who knows, maybe they do pick up this brick shit and go back to the gold standard bullshit, which is pretty nonsensical. I don't think it's worth the time of any of them to do that, because obviously it didn't work before, it's not going to work now. But I would say that they're following in the steps of El Salvador. And I know you have your feelings when it comes to Bitcoin being used as payments, but some of those Latin American countries already use it as payments, and some of those merchants out there already use it as payments. So I would see
they don't use Bitcoin as payment.
Yeah, they do.
Nah, that's a lie.
In El Salvador, they use Bitcoin as payment.
Nah, that's a PR stunt.
Really?
Yeah, it's a PR stunt.
Well, inform me.
Nah, it's a PR stunt. Like that's something like the Bitcoin community created. You know, like it's part like propaganda and shit like that to make people think there's adoption. So they run around and they put like these Bitcoin signs next to some rigmarole shop on the side of the street and say, oh, they're taking Bitcoin. Yeah, it's just a PR stunt. It's not actually real. Now, did the president of Ecuador make some bold claims? Yeah, he said he's going to run, what did he say? He's going to run Bitcoin off of the volcano mining power, run the mining power off the volcano's energy or some shit like that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's been doing geothermal energy capture to use run his Bitcoin miner.
Where is that right now?
It's up and running.
Is it?
Yeah, bro.
You sure?
Yes, you can go to Nikhil Bukele or Max Kaiser page because they post most of the information and they have videos and documents on the website and it's up and running.
I see. Now you say a Matt Kaiser. Now I don't trust you.
Come on, bro. You can't doubt the Max, man.
Now I'm telling you a lot of. So you said go to Max Kaiser, Volcano.
Twitter page. Yeah, the Volcano bonds are up and running, man. And the Bitcoin mining infrastructure. They've already been mining, I want to say about like 3 to 6 months now.
All right, hold on. Here it go right here. I'm about to pull it up. Hold on.
It's if you want to look at the pool, it's called Lava Pool.
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up right now. They got a pool?
Yeah, they have their own pool.
All right, here we go, right here.
I mean, you know, I've never been there, but I'm just looking at the information, reading it for what it is.
No, I got the information right here. Yeah. Freshly founded Volcano Energy Chairman Mike Kaiser. What they say? Last week, El Salvador landed one of its largest ever private foreign investments in the country. Volcano spitting out Bitcoin. They did declare it legal cash. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like last year's news. I think that was early, end of 2021.
Yeah. Where's, okay, right here. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the shit I be talking about. It says right here, it says, hold on, I'm going to show it to you right here. Indeed, this long-term play heavily relies on renewable energy. The small country is rich in volcanoes like San Vincent and Conchagua, which play a crucial role in extracting power, which can play a crucial role in extracting power. According to a layout released last year, one says Volcano is a centerpiece for Bukele's Golden Bitcoin City. And then we come down here, and they got a fucking bunch of windmills. And they call this shit volcano energy, right?
When I find, I gotta go through my bookmarks. When I find the other posts and clips and the newsletters about the lava pool, I'll send it to you. I'm pretty sure it's up and running. I know there's PR stunts and shit out there. Don't get me wrong, but I see this working.
Right
and
here,
then on top
June
of that,
23rd. I got the paper right here from Volcano Energy, the company. This is June 23rd, 2023. It's right here. Our primary goal is to position El Salvador as a prominent global player in the Bitcoin mining industry, right? Simultaneously promote energy, competitiveness, diversification, geographic expansion, right? Blah, 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 blah. Let me make sure everybody can see this. All right, they can see it good. The power generation capacity will be divided between 169 megawatts, da-da-da-da-da-da. This significant milestone will pave the way for the establishment of one of the world's largest Bitcoin mining firms with an initial computational power surpassing 1.3 etherhertz or whatever that is.
Exahash.
Exahash, thank you. Exahashes per second. The total commitment for the project is $1 billion, beginning with the first investment of $250 million, bootstrapped by key Bitcoin industry leaders. right? So
Yeah.
they're raising money for this project.
Yeah, but yeah,
This
that was back in
isn't
June.
this is back in June. So you saying it's up and running now?
Yes.
Well, I go to their website and that's what I get. That's their latest press release.
It's all good. I'm just trying to point out that that shit. I don't really fucking know if that shit's gonna be a PR and all that other shit. But I've seen motherfuckers out there. They putting up their containers. They got their Bitcoin miners running.
Yeah.
I got people that live down there, and they be showing me what's going on. And I mean, you know, that whole placing the Bitcoin stuff in front of the storefronts and stuff. I mean, we got people out here who accept Bitcoin as a form of payment in Texas. So, I mean,
but Bitcoin ain't money. The thing everybody using is stablecoins.
yeah, I understand people use it people use stablecoins, but I also understand that there's folks out there that use Bitcoin as payments. I mean, one of the biggest merchants in Argentina, I think it's like what do you call it? Like a grocery store chain or something. They use Bitcoin as a
They accept it as a form of payment.
Yeah, they accept.
But
it.
But if you got to go check their books and see what do most people pay them in, that's what you got to look at. Just because I accept forms of payment don't mean I actually be receiving that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I totally understand it. I'm not saying that this is something that's solid and that it's already in the works. I just see a gradual change over time that more and more merchants, people, businesses will be using it as a form of payment. And we got to understand this too. Like, I'm not trying to shield Bitcoin or hit somebody with some philosophical message.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that this thing is in its infancy. I mean, people thought Tesla wasn't going to be, it's only 14, 15 years old.
Bitcoin is gold. It's not money. That's the argument I'm making.
Yes, right now. And that's the other thing that I want to highlight too, is that of course we're going to use it as a store of value when everybody is hyperinflating away.
Yeah.
Of course it'll be used as that. And that is the first step for it to be used as. I mean,
and you saying so what you're saying is when shit hit the fan, this will be money.
Yes. If we ever get to that point where it's like the Fed and the Treasury can't control this shit anymore, and they're just we're gonna look at the national debt go from 30 to 60 trillion to 100 trillion in a matter of, I don't know, less than a decade or some shit like that. Because I mean, they printed $2 trillion in 4 months. I mean, how much more money? I mean, we're going in this financial debt experiment.
I mean, let's go hypothetical, right? And you say, all of the fucking shit coins across the world fucking collapse. Will Bitcoin be money? Yeah, probably. I could see that. But I just usually just look at the odds of what's the odds of their shit coins collapsing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I'm not even saying that all of them have to collapse. Maybe the big three stay in place because they have so much geopolitical weight.
Oh, and this one
still
would
being
compete.
used, and then Bitcoin will be a fourth one that would be used.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, because I'm pretty sure the dollar, the euro, and the yuan will still be big dogs. Probably 30 years from now.
Right.
But as for all the rest of them, like if they do join BRICS, what's the point of South Africa having its own currency and all these other Latin American? Yeah. Exactly. And so what else would you use? You would use the big three and possibly Bitcoin.
I see what you're saying.
So we build up a store of value narrative probably for like the next 15 years, and then as it reaches 30-year mark, it's a payment provider. It's a payment service provider.
I feel like with all the nations consolidating under those shit coins, the USD, the yuan, et cetera, I feel like with all of them consolidating under them, people will still use those stable coins, and Bitcoin will still be more of a store of value.
Yeah.
Because if there's Bitcoin and those two big three, which are still shit coins, exist, then people will hoard the Bitcoin.
Most definitely.
I think that's what holds Bitcoin to what it is now. I think it makes more sense for everything to disappear and then Bitcoin becomes money. But I can't see it it could be like put it like this. Ferrari already said they accepted motherfucking Bitcoin, right? So
yeah,
I think there are going to be macro transactions on it, but as far as micro transactions, I can't see micro transactions happening on Bitcoin. And then, they talk their L2 solutions and all of that shit, but no,
yeah.
I think it's
I
more
use
for macro.
Lightning. I use Lightning on Strike, and that shit works perfectly fine. And it actually does do what it says. So, it can happen. I just see it happening in like these small little nations, these island nations. They can adopt it faster than trying to get into some new banking system, whatever it may be.
Correct. Absolutely.
That's all I'm seeing it as. And then, let's say those big three do survive for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we just eliminated 200 other shit coins.
Right.
And if it gets to a point where, Bitcoin's worth $1 million, 10 million a coin or whatnot, I don't think anybody would have any issue in spending 1,000 sats on shit, $200 worth of groceries.
If you're buying big groceries, I can see that. I can see groceries is a large payment, especially
like
now. Yeah. I can see that. But I think some of that money it's not domestic, it's foreign. Like the Bitcoin money that goes to somebody that pays for groceries is coming from outside the country.
Yeah,
it's a very weird. It's a very weird market.
Because man, I like the. No, go ahead. My bad.
No, you like what?
I was gonna say I like the Royce Wright show that you had the other day.
Oh, he went off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, Royce had me looking up neocon shit.
They all neocons. You live in communism.
Pretty much.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no pretty much. It is what it is, man. This is what the communists were doing. We got federal bodies for almost every industry in America. You got to go through the Fed if you want to do anything. Like that that's not bringing communism to anybody. OSHA, Department of Education, Department of Energy, Department of fucking Transportation, Department of fucking ass, all this shit. It's communism. And I watched that video you recommended by what was his name, Walter Williams.
Yeah.
And it was a Troy University one. I couldn't find that. I think he said
Villanova.
Vanderbilt. Oh, Villanova. Yeah, Villanova one.
Yeah.
I gotta find out. But
you did Troy.
Yeah, man,
what he was talking about?
Social Security. Social Security is communism. Why I gotta pay into this shit when I know this money can help me out now? Why are you trying to, federalize my savings account? Why are you trying to federalize my social well-being? I could do that myself.
Facts. Got you subsidizing other people's.
Bro, I don't give a damn about them, and don't even get me started on Medicare and Medicaid and all that other bull crap. Most of these motherfuckers fat, no beef, and still doing the same shit. I don't want to pay for these fat motherfuckers no more.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Sick, nasty bastards. Stop eating McDonald's. Get some exercise in. Drink more water than soda. Maybe you wouldn't have a goddamn heart murmur.
Oh, shit.
But I'm taking up too much of your time, brother. I appreciate you letting me call in.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in, bro.
All right, man. Hotep and Bill.
Jonah, call in, man. Call in, Jonah. Oh, my God. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, that volcano, if y'all got any information that volcano shit is real, send it to me. Because I go to the website and they're like, yeah, we're raising money. I'm like, nigga, y'all been raising money for this fucking volcano for like 30 years now. El Salvador. How big is El Salvador? It's like 2 people in El Salvador. Let me see what's going on with El Salvador. That shit is 8,000 square miles.
Call from
Jonah.
Jonah, what up, yo?
Nothing. tell me if I sound like shit, 'cause I got the headset in today.
Nigga, I got the shit you got, man.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm fucking dying here, but it's all good. So, first thing I'll say, remember the 5th of November, that fucking Rosicrucian holiday. That Guy Fawkes, the failed Rosicrucian plot to kill the fucking monarchy.
Okay.
And the reason they did the 5th of November, it's the day that the veil is the thinnest. It's the witching holiday. It's Samhain. Or Samhain is spelled Samhain, but it's called like Samhain. Now, we're going to have some fun today. I wanted to open up your DMs because I got to drop a bunch of things in you here. Because
it's in my DMs.
I got to show you. No, I'm just dropping it in order. So I'm dropping one right now. If my computer doesn't decide to fuck up and die out on me. It's called the Institute for Government Responsibility. This shit is going to be crazy. So I would go here. First one is, there we go. I can read it too if your voice is all fucked up, eh?
Hold on, let me find it.
If you want me to.
Oh, let me find it.
Yeah, I just put it in there.
And what are we looking at?
Institute for Government Responsibility. So this was created in 1916.
Institute for Government Responsibility. I see it here. Hold on.
Nonpartisan, independent institution to consider the problem of public administration and particularly of those of the national government. So anyway, I'm sure you didn't know that organization existed because I was founded by luck. So the next two I'm going to drop are actually going to be the
Institute for
members,
Government Research. Okay, I got that. Yeah. You said the next one just dropped in? Okay.
Yeah, the next two are the list of members. Starting with Brookings, this is the president. So Brookings Institute, president. Next guy on the list is the president of Johns Hopkins University. You know, you go through here, former assistant secretary of the Treasury. And this one's this one's the Federal Reserve too, right? So then you go down here, you got Delano. Delano's Delano is the governor of the Federal Reserve. Actually, I think he's on the second page. You got Felix Frankfurter. Fuck that guy. Felix Frankfurter. Worst Supreme Court justice ever. But anyway. Now, let's get into the fun here. So you see all these people that aren't elected, but let's go ahead and take a look at the next clip I give you, what they saw as their own task. The two headers there. This is just the two primary highlights.
The Comptroller General.
Creation of the independent office of the Comptroller General. Second is the revision of the rules of procedure of Congress governing appropriation procedure. So these fuckers aren't elected at all. And they ended up being able to do all this, and that's, so if you're looking at all the CBDC shit, if you're looking at JP Morgan destroying the currency and then taking over the Federal Reserve before this, 3 years before this. But, yeah. And this is not all that they did. So actually, I'll throw that link. I guess I'll throw a link in the chat with you right now. But local's probably the best. But anyone can pull this up on the Library of Congress, which is loc.gov, and that's the Institute for Government Research. And you can see how all these Federal Reserve guys. And all these bankers, Mellon was on there too, so all these bankers and shit just took over the fucking U.S. currency openly, but, because it wasn't reported by the media.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they created the comptroller themselves, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's wild. Hey, that's a good find, Joe. That's a good find right there.
Yeah, Felix Frankfurter, fuck him. He's like one of the worst. He was a Supreme Court justice, but he was also a mentor to Alger Hiss, and he was he was under Brandeis. He's also a Sabbatine Frankist. But he was under Louis Brandeis, where Brandeis was on the Supreme Court justice, the Supreme Court first before him. But yeah, this motherfucker, like literally, oh, that's my phone that's giving timer that I keep hearing. So yeah, like from 1914 till FDR, the communists, put him on the fucking Supreme Court. Literally, he was the one who assigned all the interns to everyone, like the Oliver Wendell Holmes too, all like the conservatives. So as the president of Harvard Law or whatever, he assigned all the interns to all the Supreme Court justices for 20, 30 years.
Mm.
So yeah, that guy, and he was also so yeah, this guy, he's one of those another ones that's always in the background, right? Because he was one of the negotiating team of the World Zionist Organization at the 1919 peace conference, but he's supposed to be a Supreme Court justice. He also was one of the founders of the ACLU, defending all the communists. So yeah, there's definitely all kinds of crazy shit with this guy. Fuck him. But anyway, that's how I found this by accident. Going through LSE.gov, doing more research on that Frankfurter, you know.
Mm.
And of course, he's got the name of the Rocky or Picture Show guy too, right? But yeah. Anyway, hope to have him build. Yeah, I'll give you the link too. I'm sure you'll get some use out of that too. But
I appreciate that.
Awesome. Okay, hold that build.
Hold that build. See, I don't know what's going on. Like Mascazza posted this. Right? And it's just a container with miners. Everybody knows about the containers with miners, right? But this guy goes, it's not geothermal. Is it geothermal? This guy says, have you reached that conclusion from the video? How would you know that the electrical power being used is not sourced from geothermal? If your source of information is not related to the video, then forget I asked. So I don't know. Are they really like connected to the volcano? Is that a real thing? Or is it a grift? Said those Is it real? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Maybe it's up. Maybe it's working, and I'm just out of date. That shit just sounded crazy to me. The who? I don't know. Up and running since November 2022. Oh, so here's another one. It says Bitcoin mining, thermal energy in El Salvador. 100% thermal energy. So this is November of last year. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. How many of these they must got rows and rows of these containers. They got rows of these containers. That's pretty cool. Here's what I'll say though, like just because you're Bitcoin mining doesn't mean Bitcoin's money. Mining Bitcoin is a very lucrative business, or can be, especially now with the pump, but it doesn't make it money. I'll be back tonight with Uncle Hotep, 8 p.m. Look at this right here. This is what I was talking about. So, look at this. This is El Salvador. Can you even see it? It's this little line that points to this little speck right there. You know how big El Salvador is? It's like the smallest thing on the planet. It's like the smallest thing on the planet. This is the shit, you know, they just basically, and I always tell people, man, you could buy countries these days, man. You got enough capital, you could buy a country. At least part of a country. So they found themselves a nice little small ass country, El Salvador, and bought that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what you can do when you got capital. It's a smart move too. It's a smart move. You got to give them props. You got to give them props because that's what you're supposed to do. Beanie Siegel taught me that. Check out a quiet town and tie it down. So they went down there and they bought El Salvador. You know, I'm gonna do the same thing one day. We're gonna have Hotepistan. You know, we're gonna find a nice little small country and buy that shit and rename it Hotepistan. What country we gonna buy? We're gonna buy half a country and they rename that shit. But yeah, I'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. for the Hotep's Been Told You. What should I put on the cover? What should I put on the cover? What should I put on the cover for tonight's show? Retro Neon. Thank you, Retro Neon. He says two things. Texas Rangers, also the only MLB team that refused to recognize Pride Month. Oh, wow. Or have an LGBTQ night. And also, what if RFK Jr. wins the presidency? It's Koofy on tight. I like where your mind is going. Appreciate the super chat. The Rumble rant. I'm sorry, the Rumble rant. Metal Gear? I can't put Metal Gear on the cover for the show tonight. Why would I put Metal Gear on the cover of the show tonight? Why would I do that? Huh? I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to refresh myself. I might stream chess. I don't know why. I just like abusing myself by working through this cold. Subscribe to my chess channel, kick.com/Hotep Jesus. Go subscribe to Kick. I probably boot it up in like 15 minutes or so. I got to refresh my body and my mind really fast. Do like a 10-minute puzzle run, and then I'll be ready to play. I'm only going to play for like an hour, though. I'm not going to play long. Later.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in.
How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand?
You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.